you doing?
Hi, good.
What brings you in today?
I had this dream last night about riding in the rain. What can I do to prepare my bike for winter riding?
Well, I think it's cool that you want to ride during the rain, but I would highly recommend we start with tires. Hi, I'm George. Welcome, thanks for joining us today. Today we're going to discuss setting up your motorcycle to ride in wet, cold conditions. If you prepared yourself with proper motorcycle riding gear and layering techniques, congratulations, you've completed step one. Step two is now setting up your motorcycle to ride in the same wet, cold conditions. Tires is always a major starting point for setting up your motorcycle to ride, especially during the wet, cold months. You need to make sure that you have plenty of tread to evacuate water from the tire itself, so this way you can reduce hydroplaning. So you have to ask yourself several questions. One, are you going to commute every day? Do you ride just for pleasure? And would you ride if you knew it was going to rain?
Got it. Sounds good. Is there anything else I should know about tires and winter riding?
Checking the tread depth of your existing tires is very important for safe, wet motorcycle riding. The Motorcycle Safety Foundation and the tire manufacturers recommend your tires have a minimum tread depth of 2/32 of an inch. Now, most tires today have a tread depth wear indicator built into the tire tread itself. However, if your tire does not have one, you can use a tire tread depth gauge or the tried and proven method, a penny. Putting a penny inside the depth of the tread, and if Lincoln's head is flush with the tread itself, that would be 2/32 of an inch, which means your tire should be replaced. Here we have plenty of tread, so we're looking good for plenty of good winter riding right here.
My tires only have a couple hundred miles on them, so they should be fine.
Cool. Let's talk about air pressure.
Okay.
Tire air pressure is the most overlooked component of servicing your motorcycle. Having proper air pressure will allow your tires to last longer and you'll have a safer ride. I always recommend using the motorcycle manufacturer's air pressure recommendations for your particular motorcycle. As a matter of fact, it's so important that you need to check your air pressure before every single ride.
Is there anything else I should know?
Actually, there is. Go this way. The cool antifreeze on a motorcycle should replace at least every 2 years, and we cannot overlook the importance of our cooling system and antifreeze during wet winter rides. With your chain and sprockets, don't overlook the importance of these during the winter riding. They tend to go through a lot of abuse with the additional dirt and water, and depending upon region, salt and cinders that are on the road. The motorcycle manufacturers recommend that every 300 to 500 miles you clean and lubricate your chain. And always during the winter months we recommend a high quality O or X-ring chain for added durability. Quite often, most of us don't clean our chains before we lube them. And so you want to remove all the old dirt and old lube first before you start putting new lube on. You actually want to lube the chain and not old lube.
Yeah, now that I think of it, the levers are becoming a little bit harder to pull. Do I need to replace the cables?
Probably not. They just probably need to be lubricated and cleaned. The control purges need to be cleaned during the winter months more often because of the additional dirt and grit that's in the air as well. So just keep them clean and lubricated, and also give special attention to the rear brake pedal too. And making sure that our battery is always in working order is very important for winter riding, and the fact that wet, cold weather can discharge a battery quickly. And so we want to make sure we have our batteries clean, we don't have any corrosion on the terminals themselves. If your battery is a fluid type battery that you actually put water inside of it, we want to make sure it's topped off with denatured water as well. In this case here, it's a sealed battery. Modern bikes today have sealed batteries in them. We want to make sure it's clean and the connections and terminals are tight as well, so we got good connection there. And we're all good here. If the bike's not going to be ridden much through the winter months, I would recommend the use of a battery charger maintainer. So this way, when you do want to ride the bike when the weather clears, your battery's going to be ready to go.
Cool. I have friends that ride all year round, and I really want to do that too. Is there anything I can do to my bike to make winter riding a little more comfortable?
There is. Now, typically our hands and fingers, the first body parts that feel the effect of a winter ride. Heated grips are becoming really popular nowadays. With the controller, you can control exactly how much heat you deliver to your hands, and plus they're very easy to install. And also there's hand guards. And the hand guards will help ward off the cold wind air, and they're very easy to install and take off when the weather warms up. Also, installing a windscreen on your motorcycle or a larger windscreen will allow your winter ride to be that much more enjoyable and comfortable. Plus, they're easy to remove when the weather warms up.
I read a lot about visibility to other motorists. What can I do to be more visible?
Well, that's great, and you're absolutely right. Visibility riding a motorcycle is really important, especially during the winter months. With the added road mist coming up off the ground and fog, you want to make sure you're absolutely visible. The HID, or high intensity discharge lighting systems, are becoming really popular in the fact that they're very easy to install and they can produce up to 30% brighter light than a stock headlight and require less energy from your motorcycle. Plus, you get double the bulb life, which is kind of cool as well. So these things will keep you crazy visible to other motorists. Also, inspecting your headlight, brake, tail light, and turn signals on a regular basis for proper operation will help keep you visible to other motorists. And something you don't want to overlook as well is your brake pads. You inspect those on a regular basis and make sure you have a good fresh brake fluid, which should replace at least once a year anyway. And it's always important too to wax the windscreen, so that way it helps keep road debris, and especially during the winter months, there may be additional dirt in the road. It helps kind of keep it clean that way. And also it disperses water easily too.
Thank you so much for everything.
Oh, it was my pleasure. Just come see us again. Ride safe.
Bye.
Riding in the wet, cold conditions can be fun and is always a new adventure. Ride safe, and until next time, George out.